Graham Gary. Probably most of you know who I am. I'm the BBC Radio Stoke reporter and commentator for Crewe Alexandra.
Hello everybody, I'm Andy Scoffin, the matchday announcer. Just completed 10 years this week on the microphone, so...
What a good season to complete 10 years, anyway.
Absolutely.
Can we extend a warm welcome, of course, to everyone to this 2019-2020 season that's coming to an end after this particular event. Obviously the supporters will be still celebrating when they get ready for the next ball to be kicked off for the 2020-2021 season. But of course it's been celebrated with a promotion which has resulted in Crewe Alexandra, of course, finishing as the runners-up in Sky Bet League 2. Of course, in these unprecedented times that we all are having to cope with, it's great that the promotion to League 1 has been recognised with this get-together of the players and the staff and the directors who are here. Obviously, fans unfortunately can't be with us, but one thing is for sure, when this goes out, they'll be able to watch it over and over and over and over again and really enjoy what has been a fantastic season for the football club. The results, the excitement, the goals, the performances are all in the record books for everyone to savour. And when Sky Bet's League 2 was ended early, obviously Crewe Alexandra sat proudly top of the table. And following that league table being adjusted, Crewe are now celebrating a return to League 1 after a 4-year absence. The majority of the promotion winning squad are here, all of whom are self-distancing, I can tell you, and staying safe. And joining me, alongside me at the top of the table, to explain a little bit more of how it's going to run, the format of the event, is the Crewe Alexandra matchday announcer. As he said, 10 years he's celebrating being on the mic, but I think one of his big stats is I think he has every Crewe Alexandra home shirt that's come out since the 1960s. Andy Scoffey.
Thank you, Graham. Not quite everyone, there's one or two missing and they're on the wall in the various parts of the ground, so keep your eye on them. Just before we introduce our first guest, I'll run through the awards. They will be in this order. Our first award will be Scorer of the Season. Second award will be Goal of the Season. Our third award will be Breakthrough Player of the Season. Our fourth award is a very special award. That's enough said about that. More will be said at the time. Our fifth award is the Players' Player of the Season, and our final award is the Player of the Season as voted for by the supporters. We then, of course, will have a special moment which more will come about that, about a very special player that's not with us at the moment. And we had some sad news in late May. We'll pay some tributes to Christian. Just before we do the big one, which is the medal presentation, and they're all here for promotion to Sky Bet League 1, and of course the trophy lift. But before we do that, let me introduce our Vice Chairman to say a few words, Mr. Charles Grant. Of course, COVID-19 has had a massive effect on everybody, and not more so than this football club. So Charles will tell you a bit about how we've been affected as a football club through COVID-19.
Thanks, Scott. If you cast your mind back, for those of you who are here, if I'd have said to you on the 1st of July last year, when we were just about to embark on what's been a fantastic season, and we were just about to start the 1920 Sky Bet season, I don't think any of you would have guessed what would happen during the course of those 12 months. The world's been turned, upside down, and the trauma and the turmoil and the challenges we've faced have been quite exceptional. And what's been different about it, I think, is that it's affected all of us. It's affected the football club, obviously, but it's affected everybody. Nobody's been immune. And I mean that quite literally. Nobody has been immune. So I think as we celebrate, we should also remember that there's a lot of our supporters, who will have suffered. They'll have suffered quite badly. And we need to remember them. And we need to, our heartfelt, sympathies need to go out, because there's been a lot of people. The UK has suffered badly in the last 4 to 5 months. The town has suffered badly in the last 4 to 5 months. And it's right and proper that we remember that there's an awful lot of people that have suffered as well. But equally, we finished the top of the league. So hopefully what you guys have managed to do, what Dave and his team have put together, what the players have put together on the pitch, has lightened and put some joy into some people's lives, particularly our supporters and hopefully people within the community. The football club's always been a part of the community and will remain that way. And I think it's appropriate that as I hand over now to John and to the guys to hand the medals, that we'll be doing it within the academy, because at the end of the day, it's this academy which has been the basis of most of our success. And I think it's very appropriate that that's where we'll do our presentations and our medals, particularly to some of you guys who've been here a very long time. So that's all I've got to say, and I'll hand back.
Okay, that's the Vice Chairman of Crewe Alexandra, Charles Grant, of course, just echoing what's been going on around the world and in this country over the last 4 months. Before we get into the presentation of the awards, let's just enjoy some memorable highlights from the Sky Bet League 2 season that has deservedly seen Crewe promoted. A few stats that we've used over the last 6 months, 7 months, not quite the 9 months, unfortunately, this time, but everybody can be proud of. When the season was halted, it was played 37, won 20, drawn 9, lost 8, top of the table, 69 points. You were the joint top scorers, both home and away, in League 2. It was 22 games since the team last failed to score. 26 points were produced from losing positions. 13 of the 25 players used were homegrown. And when we were 5-1 up at Stevenage, that was the only time the club analyst, John Dillon, was stress-free. Honest. That was the only time he was stress-free, when it was 5-1. So, all in all, it's been a season to remember.
Personally, this is the best club I've ever played for. I've had success elsewhere, but the nature of it, the ethos and the philosophy of the club is something that I hold dear to my heart, and it's refreshing. It's not very often the case.
To the Pellier. Fires one left-footed goal! Oh, he scored, John Lowry! Swivel and turn, left-footed into the bottom right-hand corner.
So we think we're in a good place at the minute, and we've got to continue doing it. We had a good August, and we've got to have a good September, October, November and December, and then January, February and March. just been a good start. That's all it is. There's been some real good news off the pitch that we all know about. But we've got to keep our end of the bargain up. The supporters know exactly what their end of the bargain is now. Let's see where we get to.
Needs support from Kirk in the belly area. Kirk goes right from Kirk. Kirk shoots. No! Charlie Kirk, take your shirt off because Crewe Alexandra have won the game. And Charlie Kirk, who rocks the Alexandra Stadium, it's his 8th goal of the season.
So this season's promotion is the 8th in the history of Crewe Alexandra Football Club. 6 of them, of course, have come under the excellent chairmanship of the man who's going to join us on the top table now, and that is John Bowler. There you are, John. Okay, John, you're addressing the players, the staff, the people who are here. Must be a great feeling in the middle of summer that you're now, again, a League One chairman.
Oh, it's great.
You're okay.
It's great. Who would have hoped for at the beginning of the season? We obviously had ambitions. We knew there was going to be quite good competition against us. But to come through like you have brought us through, and to arrive at the end of the season, getting promotion, is really, to everyone, and I know I talk on behalf of the board, to say that we do appreciate it, we do honour what you've done, and you've brought excitement, enthusiasm into the area, into the community, and now we can go ahead and we can plan for next year with the same ambition. So on behalf of everyone, the directors and the supporters, I know I say thank you. You actually have achieved our wildest dream.
Your message to your supporters, John, because you've picked up on those, you know, over many interviews that we've done, but your message is you've come to the end of this 2019-2020 season.
Well, it's been interesting because the number of supporters that we've got locally has nicely again increasing. Because of what you've achieved, there's an excitement around the town, and they are very proud to be part of what we're all about. Charles mentioned that we are a community club, and it's being in this area, which is what one of our main objectives of the club is all about. They're excited, they're enthusiastic, they're buying their season tickets for next year, which is excellent news. And it's a pity they can't be with us, because they would have really had a wonderful time to share this experience with you. But I know, and we thank them, they're raring to go, and join our enthusiasm for next year.
Okay, that's the chairman, John Bowler. Now it's getting time to present the main awards for the season that has just gone by. And starting off the awards ceremony, back to Andy.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Grail. So as I did say on the rundown menu, the first award is for Scholar of the Season. I will announce the winner, but to present the award, please welcome our Academy Operations Manager, Aidan Callan. So, the winner of the Scholar of the Season for 2019-2020 is Nathan Woodthorpe. Well done, Nathan. You have a few words, Aidan? Great year for the Academy, as the stats have just been said there in Graham's speech. 13 players using the first team from the Academy out of 23. Hell of a stat.
Yeah, obviously, first of all, congratulations to Nathan. You know, you've had a terrific season, 2 seasons. Joined us when you were 7, 8, which a lot of you here have as well. So what we often say to the scholars, we said it to all you guys, when you join us, just give it 2 years of your best, 100%. That's all you can do, and if it works out, brilliant. If it doesn't, you give it your all. And obviously with Nathan and Joe and Tar, you know, you've been with us, as I say, a long time. So just want to congratulate all 3 of you for getting your pro deals, and obviously Nathan for getting Scholar of the Year. So yeah, well done guys, thank you.
Thank you, Nathan. Our winner of Scholar of the Season, Nathan Woodthorpe. Right on to award number 2, our Sky Bet League 2 Goal of the Season. And to present the award, can I ask our Assistant Manager, King Kenny, to come to the front, please? Just before we announce the winner, let's run through the 5 nominations and your chance to see all those 5 goals again. The 5 nominations for our Goal of the Season are: 5 out, and the fans voted for their favourite. Have you got a particular favourite yourself?
No, there's been some excellent goals, team goals, individual goals, some really important ones, even though they're all important, such as Callum's at Maxfield, not at Exeter, but there was one that stood out, which is the lad who's won it. It was a little lad who dinked it over a lad's head, went through, chipped the keeper, and that's what you do, isn't it, Tom? So it's Tom Lowry against Salford, 4-1.
Tom, come and pick up the award. Right on to our third award, our Breakthrough Player of the Season. To present and announce the award, please welcome our under-23 manager, Alex Morris. Okay, just before we announce the winner and present the award, the nominations are Owen Dale, Will Yaskalainen and Luke Offord, and let's see all three in action. Okay, Alex, do you want to tell us who's won?
Winner of Breakthrough Player of the Year, Will Yaskalainen.
Sadly, Will can't be with us. He's in his native Finland at the moment. But our goalkeeping coach, Fred, will pick up the trophy. And there you go. Fred's got the trophy there. We did manage to catch up with, or Graham did, caught up with Will a bit earlier in the week. And here's what Will had to say.
That feels fantastic. It's brilliant. Obviously, I've been to the award ceremonies for the last few years, and I've always thought that I'd love to win. I'd love to win an award, and obviously, in my first season, I won the breakthrough, so that's obviously brilliant, and I'm really happy with that.
Alex, a bit of a review of the season for you as the under-23 manager.
First of all, congratulations to the breakthrough lads. You all thoroughly deserve to be nominated. Looked and terrifically well. The last 15 games of the season, settled in as if he's been there all of his career. For someone such a young age, he really did show great maturity. Owen came the season before with his original breakthrough, but sort of cemented his place in the squad, and also got a few first team appearances from the start under his belt, which will stand you in good stead for next year, Owen. And with respect to Will, goalkeepers normally make that breakthrough a little bit older, so for someone so young to be as mature with his performances really was a credit to him, because he had some real competition from Dave. Dave had a good season whenever he was called upon, so it was difficult for Will in terms of having someone breathing down his neck, but he was able to, as I say, maintain a real high level of performance, and ultimately I think deserved the nomination and the breakthrough award.
Wonderful, thanks very much, Alex. On to award number 4, the special award. To say a few words about this and tell you more why and how it happened, please invite our manager, David Artell, to the front, please. He'll tell you why and what it is, our special award.
Obviously, this football club, I think once you've arrived at this football club, you realise it's different. I think that's fair to say. So for a lot of you young lads, you don't realise how special a place you're in, really, I have to say. There is others that are similar, Exeter, MK Dons, that do give youth a chance, but there's no other club like this, right? And as first team manager, we're incredibly lucky and indebted to the academy to provide us with such a rich vein of talent, really, and a consistent vein of talent. That's not to take anything away from the other players that have joined us, that make a very significant contribution as well. But obviously, the business model of this football club is to produce young talent in order to help the first team and hopefully go on to bigger and better things, not to the detriment of any of the other players, but at the same time, that's the bread and butter of this football club. So, I think Graham's already mentioned, I think it was 13 out of 25 players came through this academy, which is an unbelievable stat. We're still the only football club to play in all Academy 11, and we've done it twice and won twice. And obviously, for my part, it makes my job a lot easier when there is an abundance of talent coming through. So on that part, I wanted to recognise the staff in the academy and what the work that they do and their contribution to the success that you as players and as the football club have had this year. So I think it was quite right that gets recognised. So the special award really goes to all the academy coaches and the academy staff for producing you lot, basically. So if anyone wants to come up and receive this.
Coming now to the season's main awards. Still to come, of course, the squad are going to be presented with their Sky Bet Runners-Up trophy and their individual medals. And we will honour the player who has won the Players' Player of the Year and the Player of the Season. But he's just been in talking about the academy. Let's bring him back in. Let's have a little bit more of a conversation with the manager, David Artell, along with his assistant, Kenny Lunt. Of course, themselves are celebrating their first promotion as a managerial team. Not as players, of course, they've tasted that success. So I'm going to put that question to you first of all, Dave. Is it the same feeling, the manager as a player, or different?
It's different. It is different as a manager to a player, and I think the one disappointment that I've felt is that the players have been robbed of the emotion, some of them for the first time, what a promotion brings. I've just said to a couple of them, I wanted some grown bloke coming and kissing them on the forehead at 4:45 on the last home game of the season, just because of the euphoria and the emotion that football brings out in all of us. But they've been robbed of that opportunity and them emotions, but that just means they're going to have to do it again. So that's not a bad thing, but it has been different for coronavirus and position that I'm in now, if you like.
Is in the record books then that Crewe Alexandra were promoted, and whether it's the young lads or the other boys who've been with you, every man in that squad over that season of games you played some terrific stuff, deserve what they've got, a promotion on the CV.
Yeah, look, we set our stall out early as staff, as players, to get promoted. I was not ashamed to say that in front of anyone who would listen to me, really, because there's enough talent in the dressing room. First to get promoted, there is no doubt in my mind, and there isn't no doubt in my mind that we have got a very talented bunch of players. So we knew that we had to address a couple of things. Had we come from behind enough? Well, we'd started that the previous Christmas. I think we took more points the previous season from Christmas onwards than any other team, or it might have been joint. But we left our charge too late. We'd started to come from behind, I think, once or twice, but there were still a few question marks. But we knew that we had more than enough ability, whether that be youthful exuberance or aged experience, to mount a real challenge. And we've sort of done that from day one, maybe day two after the first game of the season. But we fully deserve to reap the rewards that we're achieving.
As you mentioned, it's disappointing that the fans can't celebrate with the players. It would have been a fantastic occasion to do that, but they're going to be able to watch this video over and over again. Your message to those supporters as they get ready for what is a real tasty looking League One season, where I think you've already pointed out, you're not there just to make the numbers up.
No, we'll certainly not be going there to make the numbers up, that's for sure, but we'll need them. I have to say they were terrific. They were absolutely terrific last season. The other thing that I didn't mention before, that they've been robbed of at least 5 or 4 home games and maybe even 5 away games, and their emotions. But hopefully we can, give them that next season. We're going to need them, as always. Their support and their unequivocal support is brilliant. I don't think there's many performances this season that they can actually say was poor. There's 1 or 2 spattered in there that we all know about, staff and players. But if we're as consistent as we were last season, in going into next season, then we've got a chance of making them happy and singing some songs again. So, like I said, they've been brilliant. The chairman's already mentioned the fact that they've been buying season tickets in the droves, of which the whole football club is eternally grateful for. So hopefully we'll see them back at Gressy Road soon, and hopefully we'll see us cheering us onto another victory.
David Artell, the manager of Crewe Alexandra, winning promotion and looking forward, of course, now to getting ready for League One. So to the awards. To make the first of those, can we call upon the club captain, Perry and G, to come and make the first award, which is, of course, the Players' Player of the Year. So if you just go around there, Pez, and turn the mic on, I think it's on. And just before we announce the winner, the captain of the club that's won promotion, You must be delighted, you must be thrilled.
Yeah, I'm buzzing.
And Liverpool have won the league as well.
Perfect, yeah. I've been made up, been partying a little bit, so I can't wait to get back and hopefully we can do it again next year.
How good was it to play in the team, week in, week out, when you look at those stats that they've come through?
It was a joy to play with, every one of them. They just made my life so much easier, even the older lads. They've been brilliant on and off the pitch, just a special group, and hopefully we can do it again.
And a relief to get that goal early in the season, so get rid of that haircut.
Yeah, that was a good one. The bird wasn't happy though.
Okay, so the Players' Player of the Year, and the winner is Ryan Wintle. And we'll call upon Dave Artell, the manager again, to join us for the next award, which is the Player of the Season. And then we've got to follow, of course, the awards for finishing runners-up in Sky Bet League 2. So the Player of the Season, let's have a little look at the top 3 nominations in action. was Perry Ng. In second place was Charlie Kirk. And the 2019-2020 Player of the Season for promoted Crewe Alexandra was Ryan Wintle. We have a runners-up award as well, so if Charlie can come and collect his medal off Dave, please, thank you. Okay. So now we're coming towards the end of this ceremony, and Andy Scoffin will pick up again with what is left to present.
Well, just before we do the big one, the medal presentation for the runners-up in Skybet League 2, I did indicate a little bit earlier that everybody at this football club was saddened in late May by the horrific news of the passing of Christian Mbula. Can you join me and all of us in a minute's applause, please, remembering Christian Mbula. Thank you, much appreciated. Of course, we remember Christian Mbula, 1996 to 2020, a member of our promotion-winning squad this season. Right, we come to the main event for me, the main event. I call our chairman and vice chairman up to make the presentations for individual medals and, of course, this wonderful trophy that will be added to our ever-growing trophy cabinet up at Gresty Road. So I invite him to make the presentations, Mr. Bowler and Mr. Grant, our Vice Chairman and Chairman. I'll call out the names. If you hear your name, come up and collect your medal from John and Charles. So first of all we have Sam Booth. Billy Sass Davis.
Next up we have Lewis Riley. Next is Josh Lundstrom. Next is Regan Griffiths. Next we call up Owen Clark. Next up we have Peter Cope. May I add the multi-talented Mr. Peter Cope. Next up, Fred Barber. and Liam Anderson. John Dillon. Alex Morris. Back onto the playing staff. Travis Johnson. Rio Adebisi. And he's back in town today, the Sheriff, Michael Nottingham. Luke Offord. Owen Dale. Tom Lowry. Nicky Hunt. Oliver Finney. David Richards. Paul Green. Callum Ainley. Charlie Kirk. James Jones. Daniel Powell. Ollie Lancashire. On a hat-trick today, Ryan Winsall. Harry Pickering. Our assistant manager, Kenny Lunt. Our first team manager, David Artell. Club captain, Perry NG.
Fantastic, Perry.
Right,